Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely gorgeous day. I thought it would be a great idea to create something completely unique and special. So today I'm going to create those 3 cocktail dresses using Rinea fold paper. And here you can see the new variety formal pack, which includes silver, ebony and Arctic paper. And also I'm going to use the cutting die from Crafter's Companion. And this die also has a matching stamp set. So here you can have a look at the papers. These papers are so incredible. When you fold them, they actually keep the shape. And some of the papers here are plain and some of them have beautiful pattern with stars. And actually we're going to use all the papers today to create our project. So here you can have a look at the die set from Crafter's Companion with beautiful dress. If you don't have this die set, I suggest you create your own template. It's super easy to do. So for our first project, I'm going to use a scoreboard and I'm going to create a card base with the fold at the top. So I'm going to fold it on 14 centimeters and then I'm going to use washi tape to put the cutting die on top of the card, just to make sure that the fold is at the top, so we can use it as a card base. And as you can see, I'm putting the washi tape so it goes outside. And here is our card base. I use 200 GSM card, and then I'm going to use ebony and Arctic fold paper, and I'm going to die cut the dress again. As you will see, I'm going to use the ebony fold paper for the bottom of the dress and the Arctic for the top. Here I'm going to use a 3D embossing folder and I'm going to emboss the black dress. You can use any embossing folder you have. And that's how our dress looks like. It is very pretty, but we're going to step it up a little bit. So I'm going to use Ghost Ink 2.0 from Rinea, and I'm going to use flat ink blending tool just to take the black color away. And then I'm going to use tissue just to make sure that the color goes away really quickly and nicely. When you take the color away using Ghost Ink, I suggest use just 1 drop. I think I just used a little bit too much here, but actually it worked pretty well for this project. This Ghost Ink works really well with darker fold paper because you can take the color away and you can see the color underneath, which is so unique and special. So here I'm going to use the silver fold paper and I'm going to die cut the belt and the top of the dress, and also I'm going to die cut the bow from the ebony fold paper. So here I've got my card base and I'm going to stick our black dress on top. And now we are going to make sure that we take away some of the color, because it was still a little bit wet and I just wanted to make sure that the color doesn't transfer on the beautiful white fold paper. So here, as you can see, I die cut the belt and the top of the dress and also the black bow. I have to say that the Arctic fold paper is just so stunning. The best way to adhere both fold papers together is to use very strong double-sided tape. When you use liquid adhesive, it works as well, but it takes really long to dry. I think about an hour. So if you want to stick fold papers together, I really suggest you use strong double-sided adhesive. And here I'm peeling off some of the double-sided tape and I'm going to put the top of the dress. And even then, that design is just so beautiful. And here I use actually liquid glue because I wanted to have enough time to maneuver my beautiful belt. And if you have never ever tried making dresses cards, it's such a great idea. You can be a fashion designer and you can try different colors, different styles. I really, really suggest you will give it a go. And here I'm putting the tiny bow together. It is very tiny and very fiddly, but I did it in the end. And also I use small pieces of double-sided tape, just to make sure that it sticks properly. And here I'm going to use the double-sided tape again, just to put the top of the dress. Doesn't that look stunning? I really like how white and black work together on dresses. And now I'm going to put our tiny bow on the left hand side, and our dress is nearly done. Here I'm going to use our ghost ink again, just to take some of the white away from the top of the dress. I just wanted to have a little bit of white and silver, and that gave me that beautiful effect. And here we are going to put our beautiful black and white dress on a card base that we created earlier. And you know what's missing from my project? We need a tiny small gem on our dress. And I'm going to use a small silver gem to put on top of the black bow. And here is our first beautiful dress done. What do you think? I think that the black and white works so beautiful, and the combination with silver is just so pretty. And now we are going to have a look at project number 2. We're going to die cut the top of the dress and the belt. We are also going to use the small stamp, and we're going to use StazOn ink, black StazOn ink, on the white Arctic foiled paper. I didn't like how it turned out on the first image, so I stamped it second time. And here you can see the beautiful Starstruck Arctic foiled paper, and I'm going to die cut the beautiful dress. The tiny stars are just so incredible on this foiled paper. Here you can see our top of the dress and belt die cut from the just plain Arctic foiled paper, and I fussy cut the small stamped rose. Now I'm going to put our beautiful dress on our template, and I'm going to put the top of the dress and the belt. I have to say that these beautiful stars are just so unique. I've never ever seen any paper like this before. And here we've got the white Starstruck foiled paper, and we're going to fold it like we used to when we were kids to make a fun. And that will create our bottom of the dress. You can play around with the patterns, or you can just fold it smaller or bigger, whichever way you prefer. And that will give us that beautiful, unique look on our dress. With this fold paper, it's actually really easy to correct your mistakes, and you will see it here when I fold the paper. This paper is very forgiving and so easy to work with. If you create any of the dresses cards, I would absolutely love to see your creations. So please leave the link down below with your beautiful creation. And here I've got the silver Starstruck foiled paper, and I'm going to fold it again. And that fold paper will go on the sides of my dress. And again, as I said before, this paper is very forgiving, so if you make a mistake, you can always go back and fix it. If you've never ever used Rinea foiled paper, I really encourage you to try them. They're so easy to work with. And down below in the comments, I left the links for the Rinea website and to the Rinea design team. You can check all the amazing work that all the design team did using all those papers. Okay, so let's go back to our beautiful dress, and as you can see, I'm just playing around with the paper and I'm trying to place it so it fills my dress. And as you can see, this paper is very forgiving, so you can fold and fold again. It's absolutely fine. The new variety pack, formal pack, is just so beautiful, and it makes me think about these beautiful, elegant parties and beautiful dresses. That's why I decided to create this project. So here I'm using red liner double-sided tape, which is a very strong adhesive, and I'm putting the sides of the dress first. As you can see, you can always take it away and put some more tape if you need it. That is absolutely fine. The red liner tape works really well with the papers if you want either to put two foiled papers together or adhere the foiled paper onto card. Okay, and now I'm going to put my front of the dress from the white Arctic beautiful paper, and again I'm using double-sided tape. These dresses would be an amazing project for bridesmaids or maybe engagement parties, whatever you can think of. I think that these papers work really well with the dresses, and as I said before, you can feel like a fashion designer. You can just play around with the papers and styles, and I really encourage you to give it a go. It's just such a unique project. So here I'm trying to fix my last fold, and actually it worked pretty well. And then I needed to make sure that I can cover the folds with the belt, so you can see how I fussy cut the top of the folds. And then I'm going to put the beautiful small rose on the right hand side on the belt. As you can see, this paper actually on the other side is gold, so you can create Arctic and gold dresses or black and gold dresses. I might try that later actually. Okay, so here you can see I put the belt and the beautiful rose using double-sided tape, and then again I'm going to put it on a cut base, and I'm going to use liquid glue just to have enough time to maneuver the dress on a cut base. And our dress is not done yet. We need to add just a little bit of silver gems. And as you can see, this dress can stand on its own or it can lie flat. So if you think that you would like to make some decorations, actually these dresses can stand proud on the shelf with your books or any artwork you create. And that's our second dress done. What do you think? And now we're going to create our last dress. I'm going to use the small beautiful rose stamp and StazOn ink, and I'm going to stamp the roses on a silver starstruck foiled paper. This foiled paper is really unique because it catches light so beautifully. And if you make any mistakes with stamping, you can stamp a few more roses that you need. And what works really well with the StazOn ink, the ink doesn't smear on this paper. And then when I stamp all these beautiful roses, I'm going to fussy cut them. So here you can see my card base and also the second card, and I'm going to use Arctic plain foiled paper, and I'm going to die cut the dress. Now it's time to put some things together and fussy cut our beautiful roses. So here you can see that I die cut the top of the dress using the ebony black fold paper, and I'm using double-sided tape to put it on our dress. You can turn it the other way to see if all the elements fit together. And now we are going to put the Arctic dress on our card. And our next step will be to put a little bit of black ribbon around the waist. This time I didn't die cut the belt. I thought using a ribbon would be a great accent here. And when you create your dresses, you can use any ribbon from your stash. That's why it's just such a good project to do. And now I'm going to put my dress on the card base using liquid glue, just to make sure I've got enough time to move the dress and to make sure everything is nice and neat. And now I put a double-sided tape on the back of all those silver roses, and I'm going to stick them on the dress. You can go as randomly as you want, or you can put them in lines, whichever way you prefer. I want to have a little bit more organic look here, so I try to put them randomly on a dress. And our dress wouldn't be finished if we didn't add any gems, of course. So for this dress I chose silver gems, and I put them at the top and at the bottom of the dress. If you create any dresses using either the Rinea fold paper or cutting dies or your own template, I would really love to see your projects. Please leave the link down below in the comments. And our third dress is nearly done. What do you think? Do you like that white and black and silver look? The shine is absolutely amazing on this foiled paper. It really catches the light beautifully. So now you can see all three beautiful dresses together, and I actually wonder which one is your favorite. Would you rather go for monochromatic look, or black and white, or maybe black and silver? I hope you have absolutely fantastic day. I would really like to see your projects. Have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!